Listen, season 2 with the high-waisted pant again. You know what it is. Take care of business.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, Season 2, Episode 4. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. You guys let me know if I miss anything down below. And your boy Kanan, he's putting all the pieces to the puzzle together. He knows his mom is lying, and that's what makes this whole thing even more sadder in my opinion, because he knows. And Rock continues to lie straight to his face. And when she saw him go to Detective Harris' spot, y'all know Rock was salty. She was pissed off deep down inside. And like I told you guys last night in my Quick Thoughts Early Impressions video, Rock, she took a lot of L's. I mean, I know she stood her ground and made it seem like she was strong and stuff like that. But mentally, deep down inside, she knows she took a lot of L's in this last episode. And the Italians, they're not playing around. And Unique, he ain't playing around at all. Like I told y'all, we already knew Unique was not going to bow down like that. Unique said, you know what? I ain't letting nobody push me off these streets. Not you, not Rock, not anybody. And that's exactly what he did in this episode. He showed us what he was all about, that he been plotting and planning on, taking back the throne from Rock. It's not over yet. And I think it's safe to say that Rorel's days, they got to be numbered. You know what I'm saying? You can't be playing both sides of the field believing you're going to survive. Like, really? Because when Rock finds out what you're doing, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, it's over for you. So I want to see how that whole storyline is going to end. But let's get into this recap. As I told y'all, I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. And if I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. So what did we see in episode 4 titled Pay the Toll? And we know Rock wasn't trying to pay no toll at all to the Italians. Now, the episode starts out with Rock, her organization. They're doing business in New Jersey. And we already know this is a bad idea. You haven't checked in with anyone. You're just doing business wherever you believe you can do business at. And that's a mistake. And Rock has already been told this. She's been told that she doesn't know all the players there. So why go there and thinking you can just do everything you want to do without any consequences? Well, these are the consequences. They know you're coming. They know what type of vehicle you're in. And they're going to catch you slipping each and every time. On top of that, they got a little birdie on the inside that's telling them information, which we know who that birdie is in this episode. It was Rorel telling Unique all the information, he needed to know. So that way he can tell the Italians what they needed to know, which will make it even easier for them to catch them slipping. And that's exactly what they did in this episode. So you already know Rock was going to be pissed off when she found out this information. Now, we get to Rock and Cartier Duns. And Rock, she has decided to meet up with him. And Cartier, he definitely trying to do business with Rock. He trying to hook up with her. You already know. He trying to clap those cheeks. But Rock wants to know, like, man, how are you doing all this? Like, it's crazy that you got all this stuff going for yourself, these businesses. We know Cartier Duns is in the, music and art industry. He's doing his thing. But on top of that, he's washing his money through this whole art gallery thing. So Rock peeps game. She understands, like, okay, I see what time it is. And now she believes she has more in common with Cartier Duns and that she can use him down the line for other business opportunities, right? Now, Kanan decides to investigate this episode. He said, you know what? Let me go visit Uncle Vernon. You know what I'm saying? Let me go visit him to see if I can get more details about DEF CON that I did not know about. He tells Vernon, like, look, is DEF CON really his pops? And Vernon, he starts tripping out. Like, really? Who's saying that? Like, are you crazy? You telling me Rock was messing around with somebody else? And Kanan was like, nah, people just be talking or whatever. But Vernon wasn't having it. He's like, look, people gonna talk all that stuff, especially since he's not here anymore to defend himself. And he tells Kanan at his age, DEF CON was out there getting all the girls that he wanted. He was getting his money. And he pretty much tells Kanan that's exactly what he needs to do. He pretty much motivated Kanan. You can just see the look in his eyes that Kanan felt some type of way after that conversation. And I know it was kind of confusing for Kanan after that conversation because Vernon was telling him, you got the same eyes as DEF CON. DEF CON would have did this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just alike and all that. So I know he was feeling some type of way like, man, like, I don't know what to believe. So you already know Kanan, He's going to continue to ask questions and figure out what's really going on and figure out all these secrets that Rock is trying to hide from him. Now, we get to your boy Lulu, and he's pissed off. His mixing board is gone, and Crown done let it go. He said he had to get rid of it to take care of some other expenses. And I'm looking like, damn, Crown, why didn't you just tell Lulu before you did this? But y'all know how Crown is. Crown gonna move how Crown wants to move. Lulu is pissed off. He told him, like, look, you do not want to see me agitated. So Lulu and Crown, man, this whole storyline is crazy. Crown gonna mess around and get hurt. I know in the episode 5 trailer, your boy Crown got that strap on him. And he like, look, I'm tired of getting beat down by you. So I can't wait to see how that's all gonna play out. Now, we get to Kanan and Uncle Marvin. And Marvin's telling him, did you get what you want from Vernon? He pretty much tells Kanan that he does not like Vernon. He didn't like the things that he used to do back in the day. And he tells Kanan, like, look, all you need is us. Like, we are your family, and that's all you need. Pretty much stop worrying about some damn Vernon or whatever. We got you. And he tells Kanan that Vernon used to steal welfare money from old ladies back in the day. Well, I guess Kanan learned some things from Vernon, because we know Kanan caught a body in Power. He took an old lady's life. I remember that episode. So that just goes to show you how crazy and sick Kanan's mind was to even get to that level to do something like that. But Marvin, he's just telling him like, man, we got you. Your mom loves you. And even though we ain't perfect, we're here for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that matters. So you already know Kanan felt some type of way about that, because deep down inside, he's like, man, you telling me one thing, but I'm seeing something completely different. I'm seeing a lot of secrets that y'all not telling me about. And you already know Kanan ain't done trying to dig up some dirt. Now, we get to Jukebox and her mother, Kenya. She has finally, decided to go visit her and have a one-on-one conversation. At first, I thought Jukebox was going to walk away from the door. But she goes in. Kenya tells her the reason why she ended up leaving. She was young, she was scared, and she did what any scared teenager would do. She ran to California. Things did not go the way that she planned. Her music career was pretty much over. And the next thing she know, 10 years went by. You know what I'm saying? Because she had planned to go back and get Jukebox after she got herself together. That didn't work out, so we're here now. And she tells Jukebox she's sorry for what happened, but God did this for a reason. God brought her back into her life for a reason, and she believes, a mother needs her daughter, whatever. So you could tell Jukebox she was upset about what her mom did, but deep down inside, she does forgive her mom, and she wants to, have that connection with her mother, because we know her and Marvin, they ain't on the best of terms. So it makes sense on why Jukebox wants to be with her mother. But we're going to see how this whole storyline plays out. We know Jukebox does tell Rock about this visit, and that conversation did not go, probably the way Jukebox thought it was going to go. Then we get to Kanan, Marvin, Lulu, and Rock. They tell Kanan to go to the back room while they have a conversation. Kanan has to go to this back room, and the spot is staking. You know what I'm saying? It's funky up in there. We already know what time it is. It's that dead body that Marvin done put away. So that's the only thing that's making sense to me. And Kanan, he's trying to search for where the smell is coming from. He goes into the closet. He sees all these shoe boxes. One of the boxes is filled with a pair of Nikes, and another box was full of money. And Kanan said, you know what? It's time to get it. You know what I'm saying? My Uncle Vernon said, go ahead and go out there and get it. Well, I'm going to get it. Even if I got to steal from my mom's, I got to do what I got to do. He takes the money. And we know Kanan, he's going to use this money to help out Famous later on in the episode. But in my opinion, I believe this is going to backfire eventually. Kanan going to get caught up continuing, to scheme this money off his family. Now, we get to the conversation with Rock, Lulu, and Marvin. And they are pretty much telling Rock, maybe we should just pause on this whole New Jersey thing. We don't know all the players. It's kind of hot right now. And we probably shouldn't be making that move. We getting hit when we go down there, so it doesn't make sense. Let's just let it cool off. Rock is pissed off. She said, look, I knew you were just going to roll over and then just bow down. She ain't having it. She's like, look, we're going to set up a meeting with them. And, I'm going to deal wherever I want to deal. No one's going to tell me where and when I can do business. And I'm looking like, man, this girl don't give a damn. Like, these Italians, they don't play. I guess you're going to find out the hard way exactly how they do business. Now, we get to this guy right here. He's supposed to be watching Juliana. Apparently, he ain't doing his damn job. Apparently, the guy can't be trusted, right? And we see your boy Unique. He comes up in there, and I'm looking like, okay, I know what time it is. Unique, he's smart. He got a lot of guys in his back pocket. Like I said, I don't trust that guy in the back, supposedly supposed to be watching Juliana, because he's damn sure ain't doing it. Juliana is scared. Unique is telling her it's all business. Like, he didn't really mean what he did. It was all just business. That's it. But the way he's coming at her, it got her scary, right? Now, Unique goes outside. He's having a conversation with Rorel. We already knew this dude cannot be trusted. He's giving Unique all types of information on the drops, the information on where Rock is going to be, the vehicles, New Jersey information. And I'm looking like, man, I just knew this dude was up to no good. But this is all a part of Rock's game plan. She trusted Rorel. She believed doing business with Rorel would help her out, the organization out. But no, it's backfiring, just like we all predicted. And I guess, Rock believes she's right, but maybe she's not. And actually, she ain't right. And she probably should have just did what Scrappy said to do. And that is smoke this dude. We should be smoking on that Rorel pack right now. But Rock wants to play around and do business with him, and it ain't looking too good for her. Now, Lulu is short. He tells Rock he is short. We already know he needs some more money for the whole studio. He need that mixing board. And Rock once again lets him know that, look, your money is my money. This is my stuff. You need me. You need to step it up. When it's business time, we need to handle business. Pretty much puts Lulu in his place, letting him know who runs this. She tells him even a hoe makes money on her knees. And Lulu's like, man, I ain't no hoe. And she tells him, well, you better stop acting like one. And she tells him it's business. This is family business. Get on point. So once again, Rock puts Lulu in his place. But at the same time, we know some of the things that Lulu be telling Rock is true, just like Marvin. Marvin just too scary to tell Rock himself on how he really feels. But, I mean, this whole thing, the studio stuff, it got to get handled. They got to start making some legitimate cash. And Lulu really has to watch Crown because he cannot be trusted. And he's doing all types of stuff with that money, in my opinion. Now, Rock thought she had it all figured out. Kanan going to visit Vernon. She thought it was going to be all good. But no, Kanan is like, screw all that. I still got some questions. Like, why did you have me, go kill that cop? Why did you want me to do it? Because it doesn't make sense. You told me he's crazy, but that's just not enough, right? And Rock, she lies again. This is what Rock does. Telling Kanan that Detective Howard was going to pretty much take him away for the whole $120 thing. And he came there that night to scare you, to try to get you to snitch on me. I'm looking like, really? So I guess you don't even know that Kanan had a conversation with Detective Howard, and Detective Howard told him he pretty much risked his life for his own son or whatever. He took a bullet for Kanan. On top of that, Detective Howard could have easily said Kanan shot him. So it backs his story. It backs exactly what Detective Howard is saying. Like, you are my son. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to protect you. So whatever Rock is telling Kanan right now, yeah, she's talking, but it doesn't make any sense. And Kanan, he's putting all the pieces to the puzzle together. And he's like, man, you crazy. Like, it's no way, this was enough for me to go and try to kill him. And you talking about how he's crazy and he is trying to, put me away for a whole $120 thing. That does not add up at all, because if he was going to put me away, he could have easily did that by telling them I shot him, right? And we know Rock, she brings up the whole Central Park reference. Well, going off that logic, that means Detective Howard could have just easily said Kanan shot him with no evidence at all, which he didn't do, right? So in my opinion, all Rock really did was make it easier for Kanan to believe exactly what Detective Howard was talking about, that he is his pops, and that Rock, all she's going to say is that he's crazy, he's not telling the truth, and this and that. Well, it seems like the person that's not telling the truth is Rock. Now, we get to Jukebox. She goes back home. She sees that her pops done bought her all this stuff, got her room all cleaned up, painted the walls. I mean, it's looking real good, right? And he felt like this is what Jukebox would like. And it probably is, you know what I'm saying? It's probably something that Jukebox would actually like. But she still was not trying to have no conversations with Marvin. Marvin is trying, but no, it's still not time yet. And he's pissed off, like, man, like, I'm doing all this stuff. I'm trying to fix things, taking that whole anger management thing. And it still seems like it's going to be some problems with the Jukebox. But I think in next week's episode, he will have a conversation with Miss Renee about Jukebox. And I believe that's going to allow Marvin to open up a little bit more. And maybe she has some tips for Marvin to help fix things with Jukebox. Now, we get to the Italian. Sal Boselli is here. We also got Marco Boselli. That's the same guy that Unique helped when he was locked up. And he's telling Rock, like, look, you just can't come here dealing, making moves without checking in with me, without paying the toll. Like, if you want to do business here, you got to pay me my cut. And Rock is like, hell nah, she's not taking any type of advice that he's talking about, she ain't paying no damn toll at all. And she wants to do business wherever she wants to do business at. And that's it. Now, Lulu, he is trying to be smart about this. He's telling the guy sorry. He's trying to calm this whole situation down. But Rock is like, hell nah. You know what I'm saying? You ain't about to do that. I got this. Don't speak for me. And she pretty much just walks off telling him she ain't paying. Now, as you can see right here, Marco and Sal Buscemi, they're having a conversation. And Sal's like, look, man, I like this bride. I like her or whatever. So he does have that respect for her because she's not bowing down. But still, it's going to be some consequences for her actions. And Rock tells Lulu, like, look, don't you ever speak for me. Like, are you crazy? Like, you don't do that. And Lulu, he just, like I said, he's trying to calm the situation down. He don't want no war. He tells Rock, when the Italians come, they gonna come for all of us, not just one person. So we gotta watch how we move around them. And taking down Unique is one thing, but the Italians, that's a whole nother animal. It's a whole nother animal. Now, Rock tells Marvin, like, look, Lulu shook, Marvin. He shook. And she's pissed off. Now, Lulu tells Marvin, like, look, man, you know I'm telling the truth. You just scared to say it. Like, this girl crazy. She about to get us killed messing around with these Italians. And Lulu, he ain't lying at all. Now, we get to Famous. He's having a party at his spot. He lets everybody know that Kanan paid for everything. He appreciates it. And he's having a good old time, right? And hopefully Famous can come up with another hit. Because as of right now, he ain't made nothing new as far as his hot. And he needs to get back to it. Now, somebody knocks at the door. It's Kanan and her mom, Palomar. And we talked about this girl before the season aired. We knew she's going to want to hang around her daughter's friends. And her daughter, Kanan, she's a go-liver. On her trip to Ripper, she ain't playing around up in there. And she got it on and popping. Her mom, Palomar, she trying to get in there too. She trying to get in there too, right? And Kanan was like, all right, I mean, you can come in if you want to. We know down the line, Kanan gonna try it, y'all. Kanan gonna try it because I know I would have. You already know he gonna try to clap those cheeks, and I'm pretty sure she probably wants that. But we gonna see how this whole storyline is gonna play out. I've been waiting to see this. I've been waiting to see exactly who Famous's neighbors are gonna be, and now we see it. So y'all let me know how y'all see it playing out. Now let's get to your boy, Detective Howard. And speaking of clapping those cheeks, and speaking of that blue pill, my man's need that blue pill, y'all. Look at him. Look at his face. He's struggling. He need to go ahead and pop that pill and get it on and popping. And I guess he don't got the juice no more. But we know Detective Howard is going through a lot of stuff mentally, wanting to be in his son's life. He tells Andrea and about his son. He been smashing her for about 7 years. And he's never mentioned his son at all, right? And Andrea tells him if he wants to get Kanan on his side, be there for him. Kids can feel if you're in their corner or not. And just do what you got to do. Be there for him, and things should play out in your favor. Hopefully that's the case. I mean, I know Detective Howard has been doing his thing as far as trying to tell Kanan the real truth. And he's put his life on the line to protect his son. I mean, he could have easily turned him in, but he didn't do it. And we know by the end of the episode exactly who Kanan believes is telling the truth, because he's going to have another conversation with Detective Howard. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be about Rock and those lies. Now, speaking about Rock and her lies, she's having a conversation with Jukebox. Jukebox tells her she's going to go over Famous's spot, because we know Famous got that spot with the help of Crown. That's how he got the money. So now Rock knows about that. And Jukebox tells her she went to go see her mom. She finally had that conversation with her. And Rock wants to know, did she reach out to you? And Jukebox is like, nah, I went to go find her myself. And Rock wasn't feeling that. She said, look, just because somebody's your blood does not mean they deserve to be in your life. And I'm going to tell you right now, Rock was talking about herself. A lot of the times when she's having these conversations with Jukebox, she be talking about herself and the stuff that she's been through. Jukebox feels that, she can give her mom a chance and be in her life. But we know Rock, she got her opinion on that. At the same time, she doesn't want Kanan being in Detective Howard's life as well. But this whole conversation, it didn't go the way Jukebox probably thought it was going to go. And you can see she was kind of upset. Rock was talking about how she was going to fix her something to eat. But Jukebox is like, nah, I'm good or whatever. So I cannot wait to see how this thing is going to develop. We know Rock and Jukebox are very close, but it would be crazy if we see that tension between the two. You guys let me know what y'all think about that. Then we get to a very funny scene between Marvin and Rorel. Of course, this dude Rorel, he's still doing things the way Unique taught him how to do things, and not the way they want him to do things. So Marvin has to tell him, like, look, you do things our way. Like, are you crazy? I mean, we getting skimmed off the top because of the stuff that you doing. And when we catch whoever's doing this, we gonna have to do what we do. And Rorel, I know deep down inside, he's like, man, they gonna do me in. Yeah, they gonna do you in, especially when they find out about the things that you were doing behind their back, still working with Unique. And I cannot wait until they do find that out. Now, Marvin did have me cracking up. He was looking all in Rorel's jacket, like, is Unique here? Like, where is he at? Like, he had a point, like, you don't work for him, but apparently, I guess Rorel still does. Now, we get back to the party. Kanan having a good old time kicking it with Corinne. I mean, they making out. I mean, this dude having the best life ever, the best episode for him as of right now this season, and he ain't thinking about no damn Davina. Where is Davina? I thought we was going to see her this season, but we haven't seen her yet. As far as I know, there's no information about her even being in this season. I wanted to see more on that storyline, but we shall see on what they're going to do with that. Now, Crown Camacho, he comes to the party. He's scheming. He's looking at all these young girls. He's looking for his next victim. Meanwhile, he has a conversation with Jukebox telling her he got another hit for her with her name on it and it's going to be a banger. I don't see this whole storyline playing out with Crown and Jukebox going the right way. She going to be pissed off, especially with Zisa getting that remix version of Bruise. That's my prediction. Now, Crown, he's still scheming around. Famous talking about, I got something for you, don't worry about it. He's looking at these young girls on his R. Kelly type vibes up in this episode. Then we get to Lulu and Cartier, and they're toasting to the new mixing board or whatever. And Lulu's like, man, he's trying to move up in the world. He's trying to do good in this business, but it seems like someone is always getting in his way. Cartier does give him some good advice, some good business advice. He says, look, the speed of the boss is the speed of the team. If you want to be the boss, you have to set the pace, right? So now Lulu, he's like, okay, you're right. I got to set the pace. I got to be the boss. I'm going to tell you right now, all this is doing is making, more tension in the air between Lulu and Rock, because we know deep down inside, Lulu, he doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want to depend on Rock, and he wants to probably be the boss, but not in that whole, drug game. He wants to be the boss of this music stuff. So we're going to see how everything plays out with your boy Lulu. Then we get to Juliana. She's pissed off. She's telling Rock that Unique comes in there anytime he wants. He's always making these threats and messing around with her. And Rock like, look, this is just a business move. Everything's going to be okay. This is just part of her game plan or whatever. But Juliana's like, look, I'm not playing no games. I'm not playing around. I'm going to tell y'all right now, this is going to backfire. Another thing that Rock is doing is going to backfire in her face. Juliana, she's warning you. She's telling you, stop playing around with her. She is tired of all these games with Unique. What's going to happen when Joaquin finds out about all of this? Y'all think he's just going to sit around and think this is just a game? Oh, hell nah. It ain't going to be that way. Then we get to Jukebox and Kanan, and Jukebox telling Kanan that, look, she went to go visit her mom's, and she looked in her eyes, and it seems like she always, knew her or whatever, and she had this type of connection with her, and she can just tell, like, that's her mom's. And I believe that gave Kanan the motivation he needed to go and have a conversation with Detective Howard. Because just like Jukebox, he can tell that Detective Howard and him had a connection, that was his pops, right? He can feel it like he was a part of him. So I believe that was one of the reasons why Kanan believed he needed to go have that conversation with Detective Howard at the end of the episode. Then we get to Rock and Symphony. He has returned once again. Rock is showing him the new spot she's supposed to be getting. And, he's happy for her, right? And deep down inside, we know Symphony, he really wants to be with Rock, but that's not going to happen based on the way that she's living. And he's like, look, I want to know why you had me do what you needed me to do the night that I had took Kanan away. And she tells him she did that because she wanted to protect Kanan. It was all because she wanted to make sure her son was safe, right? Now, we get to Unique, and he's having a conversation, in my opinion, with Marco Boselli, and he knows exactly Rock's game plan as far as they're not moving on trucks no more. She talked about this earlier on in the episode with Lulu and Marvin. They're going to be using yellow buses now, right? So now they know exactly what type of vehicle they're going to be in, and Unique does mention, don't mess with my boy. So he's pretty much protecting Rorel. Now, Detective Burke comes in because she wants to continue to investigate this whole Detective Howard thing. She tells Unique, like, look, the word on the street is you got set up. And if I was in your shoes, I would want to get payback, right? So she knows Unique is going to be making a move very soon. Unique tells her he is watching her because she tells him she was watching him. Detective Burt better be careful because messing around with these people, you gonna mess around and get hurt, in my opinion. Now, Symphony tells Rock he cannot do this anymore. He said, you know what? It's time. You know what I'm saying? It's time for me to step away. You got to let me go. Stop calling me up all the time, talking about you need me, because you told me when we first started hanging out that it was like a vacation. Being around you, hanging around you was like a vacation. And he told Rock, look, I don't want to be your vacation. I want it to be your home or whatever. So once again, he's telling Rock, like, look, I really love you. I really want to be with you. But the way you living, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I cannot continue to do this because we know being around Rock, all that's going to happen is he's going to get hurt when it's all said and done. And Rock was in her feelings. You can tell deep down inside, I know she tries to act hard, but she really loves this boy Symphony, and she knows she can't be with him. She already told him this in the past, so she still goes back to him because she's addicted to him, and she wants to learn about all the stuff that he knows about housing and the neighborhoods and the history of, you know, urban planning and stuff like that. But still, she has that connection with him, but it just can't be. And it's kind of sad, but it is what it is. This is, you know, the game she wants to play when you're in this lifestyle. Ain't no time for love. That is one of the weaknesses of power. You know, everybody that's in love, most likely they end up getting taken out or something bad happens to them. Now, Marvin and Rorel, they plant the drugs on the short yellow bus and everything's supposed to go as planned. But we already know Rorel is a part of the game plan with Unique, and it ain't going to go as planned as far as Marvin and Rock. They're going to be in a big surprise. I cannot wait to see their reaction. We know Marvin was pissed off when he found out about this, but I want to see Rock's reaction when she finds out about this. The Italians, they come, they hem Rorel up, and he walks straight off. Not surprised at all. Wasn't really shook for real because he already knew what time it was. He knew that Unique had this connection. And to be honest with you guys, I believe that's what Unique told Rorel. He's like, look, you come back with me. I got the Italians on my side. I'm going to take down Rock. It's just a matter of time. And Rorel probably said, you know what? Okay, I'm going to give you another chance since you think you got that Italian connection. And as you can see right here, Marvin is pissed off. Now, Kanan, he says, look, I got to get up out of here. I got to go. Rock already knew what time it was. She's like, man, I'm going to watch you because you've been moving kind of funny and asking all these questions. The conversation she had with Jukebox as far as Jukebox going to seek out her mother, I think Rock put two and two together. She said, you know what? Maybe Kanan is going out and trying to get answers from Detective Howard. Maybe he is seeking information and Detective Howard ain't just coming to him. So I believe this is why Rock decided to follow Kanan, right? And she followed him and she saw that he went to have a conversation with his pops, Detective Howard. And Detective Howard was cool. He's like, bet, you know what I'm saying? My son is here. I already know if he's coming to me, he's probably believing what I'm telling him and he probably wants more answers. And that's exactly what Kanan wants. He wants more answers. He wants the truth. And to be honest, he probably wants to be in his father's life. His mom's been lying to him all these years and he's tired of the lies. Look at Rock. She's pissed off. She's feeling defeated and she's probably going to figure out another way to lie or another way to try to take down Detective Howard. And I cannot wait to see exactly what she's going to have planned. But you guys let me know, man, what did you think about episode 4? It was crazy. A lot of secrets. Your girl Rock is going through it. The Italians, they ain't playing. Unique, he is continuing to build back up. And most likely, it's going to be another showdown between Unique and Rock. And the Italians, they're going to be in the mix. And I cannot wait to see how it's all going to play out. We will be going over the episode 5 video, trailer video tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I can't wait to talk about it because it's going to get a little bit crazy in this next episode with Rock and her son, Kanan. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.